Hi, my name is Abhishek. I'm a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. So today is my topic is racism in India. So before proceeding with the topic, I request you please like, share my videos and subscribe channel LEXCLIQ. So let's begin with the topic. So this term racism, this thought that in the 21st century everyone is equal regardless of their gender, caste, creed, race or ethnicity, then my friend you are perhaps living in a fairy tale. If people living in our society in their guilty pleasures, then being racist would certainly be a priority. People find pleasure in abusing other people, and when a man is born, he is not born in a family, and in fact even before being part of a family, he is a part of a race, a community to be appropriate. A person is not racist from the very beginning. The similarity between a video game and racism is that it's fun, and the fun increases as the level increases. So it is not false when we were told what's around you affects you. So right from the birth of an Indian citizen, he inherits a caste and grows up as an adult being a member of a particular caste. In the process of picking up his political orientation, attitude, and beliefs, he naturally comes under the influence of the caste groups and racism, and it influences his socializing and consequently his political thinking, perception, and participation. During our adolescence, we are brought up by our parents, so we start speaking their language and get used to living with them. As soon as we open our eyes in this world, our parents or family gives us own obvious book which gives us the guideline of being a part of a race. For example, all Muslim are terrorists, or every Mongoloid is a Chinese. These are few examples of most common hypocrisies of the. Obviously we know that, and it is in practice. And the harsh reality is we live in a hypocrite society where people do preach equality to everyone but still like and practice the hypocritical ideas they have. India is home to people of different cultures and ethnicities, and yet not all the ethnicities are treated equally. Stereotypical beliefs of majority translates into form of racism, prejudice, and hate crimes across the country. Lack of exposure to culture within India and less awareness of the Western culture in India have a significant impact on how the people of the states get along. As people's orientation changes from state to state, it is necessary to change from state to state. It is necessary to understand the lack of exposure alienates people living in other states within the same country. So states, due to the geographical conditions of the country, have their own different privileges in assessing the rest of the country and interaction that are based on same fact that not all the states in India have the advantage and privilege of easy communication interaction with the rest of the world, as in the case of northeastern states, which are connected to India with a corridor that is only 27 kilometers wide, and as they are not close to the center, the states have never really enjoyed equal representation like the rest of the states in the country. So racist ideology in the Indian society, although never recognized by the government or the academic groups, has been experienced on a day-to-day basis by the people of the Northeast is maintained in India. Unfortunate events like the deaths of Richard Loitam in Bangalore and Sangma in Gurgaon in 2012 April, the stacking of experiences, events, and abundance of strong informal communication mediums have accelerated protest for justice against racism and racism itself. These expressions must be empowered, recognized at grassroots, and sustained by the help of scholarly attention. At the same time, the Northeast Indians should also examine the culture in the mainland through their own lens in order to make fundamental changes in the relationship among the northeastern communities that are the most common subject to racism. Three basic claims that race debates in India are made. First and foremost, debates about racism have become subsequently more frequent within the states and at the national level. Second, the politicians now acknowledge the fact that the issue is important and wishing change that expressing desire to do something in this. And earlier, it used to be an easy denial of the fact. And third, this racism which is experienced by Northeast communities is a majority recurring problem of the metropolitan Indian. and not that of the everyday life in the borderland, in which there is a large presence of the Indian armed forces and under an array of extraordinary laws and governance provisions full of exceptions in comparison to the other mainland states of India. So debates are based on the political, social and economic changes which are brought in by the migration of the people from northeast borderland to metropolitan India, and deep concern about the perspective of northeastern people of cities of India, and also about the emphasis laid on national unification and integration as a solution for separatist activities and tendencies in the northeastern Indian states. After the 2012 Olympic, the female boxer Mary Kom, who won a bronze medal, achieved the status of being a national celebrity. Mary Kom belongs to a Kom tribe, Tibeto-Burman community of the north-east region in India. She represents the northeast, which is a region that people living in made and believe for a long time as outside the boundaries of India. Mary Kom returned from London, and on the same week, about 30,000 northeast Indian migrants fled Indian cities, and they feared rationally encouraged attacks. This mass evacuation of people within the same country provoked rare or nearly no conversations on racism, and the figure of Mary Kom was invoked repeatedly during the crisis to challenge racism in India and to put forward the path for the better integration in all the states and Indian cities. So living in the world full of harshness and atrocities, if there is one thing that has made this and sustained the hard times, it's hope. And hope brings out the power, strength, patience and the best of all in us, and that we all think we never had. As a mere human, all we can do is to hope for a better society for all the people in this world. So Martin Luther Jr. has rightly said in his famous public speech, "I have a dream where his children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content and what they offer to others through their character and moral behavior and kindness." With this hope, we shall live to educate and be educated. In this global world, as for India, it is really disheartening to hear about incidents of racism and hate crimes against communities. So that's it. Thank you.